Here is a demonstration of our checklist tool inside our Specification Assistant app. I click on it there and opens up a different page here. Now what we have is a very long list of possible prompts to query the knowledge base on. There are a few hundred. We can get to those by clicking this expander. We can filter by categories. Let's say cable tray. And we will see a subset of the prompts. I'll go back to all categories. So this category is, say, if we're just working on cable trays or something, that we can see the prompts just for that subject. But I will go down here and find some things here, and we can go and look at what the actual prompt is going to be and what the possible answers are going to be. I can also go here and filter by typing in some words. Hit enter, and it will filter the list. So here, from my filter, I can check all visible. Or uncheck them. In this case, I will just run 2 prompts for the demonstration. Here's some information. I have not run anything yet, but these are the possible fields. And here's our review that we can enter manually, or we can attempt for the AI to fill them in. So here I've got 2 fields selected. I will click this button, Auto Fill Selected Fields, and it will go and send the prompts looking at the knowledge base and try to answer from the possible answers. This was a yes/no question, and it found the answer, yes. We can see more information about the searches here. And here we can see this is filtered out by the last run. And we have the answers filled in. Also, for each query it's done, it will make a footnote explaining how it got the answer with some citations. This is, of course, optional what you want to do with this afterwards, but it gives some grounding and not just willy-nilly giving an answer that you don't know where it's from. We also have sometimes the information is not found in the knowledge base, and so we have some filters here to see the status, and this is all fields. If somehow we know the answer or the answer wasn't found, we can actually type it in and add that to the data that are going to be exported. So down here, we have some different export fields or export buttons. Word doc, which gives a whole document. for the whole checklist from the Word template. And here are some various versions of downloading Markdown. This is everything, and this is just a Markdown file of the prompts that have been answered. And this is another separate Markdown file so we can know, oh, it searched for these answers, but they weren't found in the knowledge base. So that might be something to use for asking the spec writer or RFIs or things like that. We can see here also maybe there are some things that we cannot find, and we can go back or ask more about something like, okay, well, it found an answer for this, and are they required? Oh, not found in the knowledge base. So in this case, maybe we really need to know more about that, and we can go back to the main app and put in that same prompt. I just copied it to the clipboard and see a more nuanced response than just finding a yes or no answer. So there are no mentions of cable tray conduit clamps that I could find in the knowledge base. So here we have our draft RFI button. And here we have an RFI, a draft RFI, of course. We're looking for the information about cable tray conduit clamps, but we can't find it. So here's an RFI, and we can copy that to the clipboard and paste that into email or wherever we send out our RFIs. Go back to tools, spec checklist, and continue with the checklist processing.